Welcome to Lumeer. Today we'll be showing you an easy yet powerful accounting system built in Lumeer. The system will allow us to track clients, the services our accounting firm offers to the clients and respective onboarding tasks, and also we will be able to easily update an onboarding workflow. And importantly, the system will track core part of the accounting firm's business: year-end accounts, bookkeeping, including VAT and management accounts, and payroll. Let's meet our fictional accounting firm's team. Anita Holson is the director, with her right hand, Ruta Spa, taking care of all the administrative work. Next, we have Sherry Caperton, who is in charge of payrolls. Theodora Miri is responsible for accounts, and Ferdinand Luttrell knows everything about bookkeeping. The first workflow we will introduce is onboarding of a new client. Currently, our user is Anita Holson, who is the director of the company, and she's about to add a new client. Here we can see clients that we have been onboarding recently, so we can simply add another one, Acme ABC Ltd, which is obviously a limited company. We can easily record any other details we might need. As you can see, the reference ID is generated automatically. If we wanted to fill in even more details, we can see them in here. Next, we need to define the start and end date of their accounting year. It can be the 1st of January and the last of December. Okay, so let's define the services that we will be providing for that client. We definitely want to onboard the client with director getting in touch with them. We can start today. We also want our admin to perform some tasks for the client, and let's say we will be providing the service of monthly payroll, and we will be also providing the service of, let's say, VAT. For director and admin, the roles are defined. This is obviously the director of the company, and the admin, we don't need to specify any specific assigning in here. For monthly payroll, we need to assign payroll specialist Sherry Caperton. For VAT, we will assign our bookkeeping specialist, who is Ferdinand Luttrell. As we are happy with the setup, we need to define the start date. We will start doing payrolls for them, which can be January 14th, and for VAT it can be, let's say, February 1st. It doesn't matter whether those dates are currently aligned with their accounting year. So when we are happy with the setup of the services for now, we can start onboarding. We will hit each of these buttons in here. Okay, 9 onboarding tasks for the director. We have 13 onboarding tasks for our admin. Now we have 16 onboarding tasks for monthly payrolls for Sherry Caperton. And we have 12 onboarding tasks for Ferdinand Luttrell, our VAT specialist. We can see that all of the states were switched to in progress. So let's see how are we doing with these tasks. We can have a look on the onboarding tasks that are waiting for us there. For every onboarding task, we are also getting a notification which we can review later. Okay, we see all the onboarding tasks of the whole team, so we can further eliminate it and see only our onboarding tasks. And here we go. Onboarding tasks that are assigned purely to Anita Holson. I can see even more details of the task. I can see client details. I can see the service why the task has been created. I can easily follow to the client, and I can see all other relevant tasks that are currently planned for the client regarding the onboarding. So for that, when the task is started, I can move it to in progress. I can later add some notes in here, or I can even add notes in full text if I wanted to use bold text, for example. Some other styling, more notes. Say once I'm finished with the task, I easily shift it to to done, or if some task is irrelevant for a given client, I can move it to NA. As I'm approaching the due date, I will be getting warning from the system. So if I actually change the due date to today, I'm getting that warning that due date is soon. If I move the due date to past, I can see that the task is past due and it should be in one of those columns in here. I can also get an overview of the whole onboarding process for individual clients. So here I can see the clients and the services we are offering for them and what is the progress with the onboarding. I can see that the director service is mostly advanced on the client we have just added. Obviously, the state here is given by the progress of all the relevant tasks. I can find them in here. I even can edit them in here. If I think that, for example, some of the task is already finished, I can switch the state even in here. And this is accounting towards the progress. And once all the tasks are finished, the service is automatically switched to onboarded status. And here in the agenda of adding a new client, I can also monitor the overall onboarding. And once the onboarding is done, I can set the client as fully active, or this can be done automatically as well. Now, let's dive deeply into bookkeeping. Bookkeeper Ferdinand Luttrell. As we can see, that Ferdinand also collaborates on onboarding tasks. When it's about bookkeeping, we can easily filter just his tasks here. Relevant group has some bookkeeping. Ferdinand can even store this type of view as bookkeepers onboarding tasks so that he can easily open it the next time he can see bookkeepers onboarding tasks. So as he can move the tasks forward, he can onboard the client, complete everything like a charm. Once the onboarding from the bookkeeper's perspective is completed, there will be bookkeeper specific tasks generated automatically at a specific period of time. So let's open the bookkeeper's agenda and see what is waiting for him. So first he needs to perform bookkeeping for the month of January for Acme ABC Ltd. It needs to set the date when it has been handed in, let's say beginning of February, and complete it also can be even the same day. So as you can see, the task was automatically moved to done because everything that is needed for bookkeeping has been filled in. So Ferdinand can easily grab another task, which is monthly management accounts, and also say, okay, I have done monthly management accounts in here. Again, this has been moved to done. What's the last thing? It's VAT for first quarter for Acme ABC, and Ferdinand filed it. There is a longer deadline because it's quarterly, so the deadline is actually 30th of April. So let's say I've done it now and also jump to the completed column. Job done. Now we will see payroll and all of its tiny details. Now we will log in as our payroll specialist, Sherry Caperton. As we can see, Sherry also has the onboarding tasks available, but it's the same as in previous cases, so we are not going to repeat it again. We can see her payroll agenda and we can see what's waiting for us there. We already see some tasks that has been done. Obviously our colleague was helping here, and we can see that there is a new payroll task. The tasks are, as always, generated automatically based on the service that the client currently has active. So we can see that for the fourth week of 2021, there is a new weekly payroll task for Acme ABC. It's assigned to Sherry Caperton, which is our current user, and the due date is automatically set for 1 week after the end of the week in the discussion. So we can move it to in progress, and we can start filling in some more details. So employees, let's say we are doing payrolls for 5 employees. We can set some RTI date, which will be, for example, February 3rd. We can decide whether we will be filling P date or we will skip it. So we are going to skip those pensions in here. So we are completely done with the task and we can move it in here. One more interesting thing is that in the detail of the task we can see an automated calculation to charge the client for the job. More on that later. Let's open one more specific view of Shakeaperton that's called All My Tasks. When we open it, we can see all the tasks that are waiting for Sherry in here. Both the payroll tasks and also the onboarding tasks. If Sherry was helping her colleagues doing like bookkeeping or accounts, she would see the tasks in here as well. So that this is an overall agenda of all the tasks that are awaiting. Finally, the job of year-end accounts that has more stages than the previous tasks. Now we'll log in as Theodora Miri, our accountant, and let's see her agenda. She has her own agenda, year-end accounts, and all my other tasks. Why other? Because all the other tasks do not have the same stages as year-end accounts. And let's have a look. Year-end accounts are a bit specific. There are more stages for every task. We've already filtered the view for that specific company, and we can see that it's currently assigned to our admin worker, Ruta Spad, because she's in charge of getting the job materials from the client. We can see that the period end was on the 31st of January, or is on the 31st of January, and after 1 month after the period end, the due date is set for one month, we should be sending the client a year-end letter asking their materials to complete year-end accounts. So when we do that, we can move it for another reminder. As you can see, the due date has been updated accordingly to be 3 months after the period, and if the client still did not give us the material, we can move it even further. Anytime here we can create a comment here, still no job, waiting or something, for example. Next we move it, still the due date keeps updating accordingly. And let's say that the client now sent us the material, so we skip the 8th month call and move the task to job in, and we can see that it automatically got reassigned to the accountant, which is Theodora Miri, the currently logged in user. And Theodora will start working on it. Let's say that she started working. Okay, she keeps working, she is done. She put the materials in shelf number 15 and moves the task to check by our internal auditor, Greg. So it got reassigned. Again, due date has been updated for 1 week from now. Greg had a look at it, reassigns it to Nick, and this is second auditor, and Nick says okay, so it's fine, everything looks fine, we can send it to client. So again, it gets reassigned to our admin worker, who sends it to client. I have sent it to client in here. Then the client returned the material signed. So date signed when it returned to us was, let's say, here, and everything is done. And as we can see, all the important dates were recorded on the path as we went through the whole workflow. Everything looks fine. Ruta's path is a very important role that supports other functions' smooth execution. Let's see her agenda. Ruta's path is an important person in the company. She is helping us with many tasks. So first, she helps us with onboarding the clients. This is the same agenda we have seen previously. She can see all tasks assigned to her regarding all the other agendas if she was of some help. And for year-end accounts, she's basically driving the first half of the whole workflow here, which is assigned to her. So she keeps helping in here. And she can also maintain onboarding templates. Onboarding templates are the lists of tasks that will be automatically created for every specific service, so we can maintain it easily from here, from one place. One last thing is the payroll billing. Payroll billing is the automatically created overview of billing for individual clients for payroll for those specific periods, calculated based on the number of employees and services provided for the specific month. And that's all for Rutaspa. Thank you for your attention. Try Lumeer for free, and as always, have a wonderful day.